Welcome to a great scene here. Excitement and energy flowing in the stadium as we get ready for this week's Game of the Week. We can only hope that it matches the hype. This is not a normal matchup. Two teams ranked in the top 10, colliding right here in the middle of the season, trying to make a strong statement. Big playoff implications. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on the third-ranked team, the BYU Cougars. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The Cougars will kick this deep to begin the game. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Single back takes the handoff. And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance and a really nice gain.
We go with a direct snap. Good enough for first down yardage.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Oh, here comes the reverse. Nice run. He's brought down to the 44.
Hey, I'm a fan of any time you can get the ball into his hands. I think it's a win. Didn't go for a huge amount of yards, but it's the threat of what it potentially can do, and it gives him another opportunity to get his hands on the football.
Using his legs, it's Welch. Brought down, but crosses midfield to the 46.
Man, this is exactly how you want to start an opening drive on the road for this offense. Really well-blocked play. Pick up some nice yardage. And if you're this offensive line, this is exactly what you talked about all week long in your meetings. Establish the line of scrimmage and take control of things up front, especially early in this game. And give their running back plenty of room to rumble.
Doing a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Here early in the game, the defense right away realizes what they're up against. Having an opportunity to move this receiver around to give him a chance to get out in space are the plays that can really cause a defensive coordinator headaches.
And the Buffaloes getting set on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. The pass rush closing in. Just gets the pass away, but took a shot that time.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point. Move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter where he is. They do a good job of it right here.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Taken down, but not before he makes the first down.
Well, they've had an entire week to try to find weaknesses in this defense and how to attack. And here in the opening drive, they're using the receiver in motion to get him the ball in space and give him those blockers out in front. Great job of designing the play and great execution here by this offense.
Coming to the line on 2nd down, this is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Looking to scramble. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Well, this quarterback's trying to do everything he can to give this play a chance. He gets out of the pressure off to his right. But, man, did he take a hit and wasn't able to complete this pass.
An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. Oh, it's snapped to the back. So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. And the field goal is good. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He's got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Return starts from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen. That's good coverage there. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They're going to run it. Back gets the carry. They'll tackle him at the 27. Important second down play coming up. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Not much on the return there, but the interception gives the football back to the offense at the 47.
Sometimes that primetime game, the whole nation is watching, brings out some extra energy, some nerves. Maybe the quarterback is feeling that a little bit. I did not expect him to throw a pick, especially on the opening drive.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play, they're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Getting set for second down. And he drops back in the gun. Grab down the middle. It's Welch. He's brought down, but the game moves the ball to the 39.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up on the receivers, the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. And forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Finding some room with the 25. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down here for this offense. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Oh, the pass is picked off. Going the other way. Can they stop him? Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
We'll hand it off. Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this first quarter run out. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Keeping it on the ground here. And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time. And the Cougars will come to the line to crank up the tempo. And they pick up the first on the ground. And they'll stop him just short of the mark. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's fourth down. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment for this important play. So no long field goal attempt. The offense is on the field to go for it on fourth down. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Trying for a fourth down completion. And he's swarmed by the pass rush, a sack to end this drive.
Now, the quarterback's got to get the ball out of his hands. He had a lot of time back there in the pocket, looking over the field, desperately trying to find an open receiver. Nobody's open, but he still has got to take off and try to make a play. Instead, he's sacked, and it's a turnover on down.
Second down after that run in the previous play. They'll feed the back again. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
Trying to extend the play. Just trying to get rid of it. Throws the ball away, but not before taking a hit.
Well, the pass rush does a good job of chasing him out of the pocket. He's trying to buy some time looking downfield, but he better be careful being too patient. He gets hit as he throws this football, and it falls incomplete.
Running out of time in the pocket. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. The sophomore able to get home with the sack.
Chris, that's on the offensive line right there. They definitely have to be feeling responsible because it's almost like you didn't protect your little brother back there.
The Buffaloes will bring their punt team on the field now. And the punt will land in the end zone for a touchback. So the BYU offense comes back out onto the field. Defense got a big fourth down stop on the last possession. Let's see what happens here. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw the pass rush there on first down.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Looks left and finds his target there. They tackle him at the 43, but that's enough for a first down. The running back sneaks out there. He is a difficult matchup for this defense in the passing game.
Man, it is so tough to match up in man-to-man coverage against a back like this and catch the ball like a receiver. It's something you work on all week, and you know about it. You're aware of it, but it's one thing to be aware of it, and another thing to go out and execute it and try to stay within the man coverage. Very tough to do.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Tackled, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 45. And the Cougars come to the line to run the hurry-up.
The tight end drag route is the perfect option for an offense looking to scheme that position open for some yardage. Perfect execution here for first down.
That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. Going to move the sticks more than enough for a first down. This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Fires it to the wideout. And he's got it. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first half. The Cougars come to the line to start a fresh set down. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. And he pulls in the catch. Brought down just short of the end zone. It'll be 1st and goal for the
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Try to run it up the middle, but again, nothing. 2nd down here. Time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, they came very close to punching that one in, and now 3rd down and goal. And if I'm the OC, I challenge my offensive line in that back. I just slam it right back into that A gap and try to overpower that defensive front.
3rd down and goal. Big play coming up here in the red zone.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down. Coach says forget the chip shot to tie it. We're going to try to score and take the lead. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, BYU.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination, this quarterback and receiver, for a big day.
And the PAT is good. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And it's field, and returner trying to create good field position here. When he's got some space here. On the move. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Colorado. He'll stroll into the end zone. What a highlight moment. The kickoff taken all the way back for a touchdown.
Man, a kick return for a touchdown is one of the most electrifying plays in football. Everything has to align right. Great blocks. Return man hits the crease just like he did there. Then he's off to the races. By the way, if I'm the kickoff coverage team, I don't know if I'd be kicking to this guy anymore.
And they tack on the extra point. There's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Was he on the end line? Apparently not. He's bringing it out. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here comes the BYU offense back out on the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. Here's the handoff. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
The defense coordinator this week already telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. And the wideout goes in motion. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Crosses the 30. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. And an explosive play. Stop finally made across midfield at the 44. They move the 6. Look at the line here on 1st down now. The defense with more pre-snap movement. Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And it's caught inside the 10. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Brigham Young.
Chris, how about the call here with the wheel route? The running back, we know he can run the football, but here he shows his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield, and that wheel route is tough on a defense. Sometimes the back can get lost. Here he catches it, finds his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. Fielded in the end zone. It's Miller. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And here comes the Colorado offense back out on the field. It'd be a surprise if they took a risk here in the final seconds of the first half, backed up near their own end zone. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
It is really tough on a quarterback when he thinks he's got a completion and an open man downfield. The ball's just about to get to his receiver. Then out of nowhere, the defensive back steps in front of it and knocks away. Nice job.
Tries to avoid the rush and just gets rid of it. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's a fourth down coming up. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just one or two plays here before halftime. And the offense stays on the field. They're going to go for it on fourth down in their own territory. Direct snap to the back. And the Buffaloes are moving quickly down the field. A minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Buffaloes will kick this away to start the second half. He'll return it from inside the 5. And he stops at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the BYU offense back out on the field. First play of the second half is a handoff. Gets some space around the 30. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
On the toss play, runner moving left. Breaks loose at the 40. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. And he finally goes out of bounds after a huge gain on the ground. Nice play.
And this guy is as fast as there is in college football. And it's so much fun to watch him when he gets out in space with room to go. And you just know the home crowd is loving this.
Keep it on the ground on first and goal. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense get pushed push back. And the Cougars come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman. They've moved it to the 3. Now it's third and goal. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. And they'll get him down that time.
Hey, great job here by this defense. It's going to be 4th down and 1. They bent, but they did not break. And we'll see if the offense elects to go for it here on this 4th down play.
No hesitation from the head coach. They'll go for it on 4th and goal from the 1.
Pound 55 weak.
Offense looking to throw the ball. Launching one to the end
Boy,
zone.
get the fuck out of
It's
here.
picked off in the end zone. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Buffs. Well, what a great defensive score.
Wow, this is a risky throw here. It's so close to the goal line. This defender makes this interception. Sometimes you see a guy hesitate. He might think about taking a knee. This guy didn't. It gave him momentum and the speed that he needed to be able to get to the end zone.
The PAT puts him up 3. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away.
17, BYU 14.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. So the BYU offense comes back out onto the field. They moved the ball in the last possession, but a devastating end of the drive, a pick 6. Can they recover from that right now? He's looking deep here. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
Oh, my gosh. They go for the big play, and they drop. Boy, that hurts, and it hurts their momentum and a chance at a big play.
So second down after the incompletion. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Looking to pass here on second down. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. He's picked for a 3rd time tonight. That's a short return, but the pick wipes out a scoring threat and sets up the offense at the 33.
Chris, he's trying to find something. Nothing is there. Everything is covered downfield. He's rolling to his right. Eyes are downfield. But the one thing he doesn't see is that defender who steps in front of that to make that interception.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Jukes to get free. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. The Buffaloes come to the line in the hurry-up. Running game is working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffaloes.
This is such a well-designed play here, Chris. The offensive line opens things up initially, but you can see the speed of the back and the effort by the receivers not to be selfish. These guys are blocking downfield, and that's why he got that ball to the end zone.
And the extra point gives them a double-digit lead. The kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away.
BYU 14.
Fields it just outside the goal line. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Here comes the BYU offense back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Fires it to the wideout. And he's intercepted for the 4th time tonight. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Chris, that is back-to-back drives right now for this quarterback and this offense. Nothing seems to be going right. The defense is doing a good job of confusing the quarterback, who's obviously throwing the ball into coverage. They've got to make some adjustments with their attack because right now it's not working.
What's the call here? The drive begins with excellent field position. Looking to throw it on first down. The ball is picked off. He goes down quickly, but that's a takeaway for this defense. He won one.
Boy, this defense did exactly what they needed to do. Come up with a turnover here in the second half to get themselves back in the game. They get the interception. Now, can their offense come up with a way to cut into this lead?
Here comes the BYU offense back out on the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. Looking to make a big play downfield. Trying to press the ball deep. It's incomplete.
Boy, this quarterback has a lot of confidence in his arm. He tried to thread the needle into double coverage. Lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
Incompletion makes it second down. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. He'll take a deep shot here. First throw from the backup, but it's incomplete. And the Cougars hustle to the line to run the area. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. On the junior, gets home, making a sack there.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
They're 1 for 3 so far on fourth down attempts. Can they convert here? That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. The offense just 1 for 3 on fourth down tries today. Here comes a fourth attempt. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Going for a big play downfield. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. BYU getting set for the 1st and 10 now.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to.
Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Going the other way, can they catch him? And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
And the Buffaloes offense is back out there on the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the first half, but maybe things are starting to change.
Ball handed off. Tackled after a 3-yard gain, so it sets up a 3rd and 7. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Looking for a gap, it's Welch. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
The defense made a good play there, but needs to string along more stops like that against this running back if they want to be able to win this game. The run game has looked good in the first half, but maybe that won't be the case from now on.
Bringing pressure. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
This crowd is trying to make a difference in this football game and cheering on their defense, and that play right there will make everybody take a seat. What a great job of converting here.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. To go with the ground game, the running back takes the handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half.
Timeout, BYU.
Second down play coming up for this offense. They'll hand it off. And he's brought down short of the line to gain in what should be the last play of this third quarter. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. This should be the last play of the quarter. On third down, he drops to throw. Short connection to the tight end here. The defense able to bring him down to wrap up the third quarter of play.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Colorado 24, BYU 14.
Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up first and goal. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And the pass is complete to the tight end. Tackle at the 6-yard line after the completion. Offense really threatening now.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
All right, second down and goal now for this offense. Trying for the touchdown on the right side. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Colorado. So the offense flexing their grid and stretching their lead here in the second half.
Now that touchdown gives you a little bit more breathing room, but now it's up to your own defense to help preserve that lead so you can go back out and build onto it in the second half.
And the extra point was up and good. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Fielded near the end line. He's going to come out with it. And he's tackled just short of the 25. So the BYU offense comes back out onto the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Defense is coming after him. Cannot escape, and down he goes. The Cougars looking to use the up-tempo offense here.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for it.
He's going for a big play downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here.
Hey, this offense isn't giving up. Yeah, we're in the fourth quarter. You're down big. But who knows? Make a big play. Try to get in the end zone. Maybe get an onside kick.
Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. And looking to throw now on first down. And now another deep ball here. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. And he's got some open field ahead. It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
I just don't think there's anything else you can do as a play caller. You've got to be able to throw the ball downfield. You just got to hope that your quarterback and receivers can execute when the defense knows it's coming. Here, the interception cost us.
And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground.
Well, we got a smart offensive coordinator on our hands today, Chris. Great job of just keep feeding this running back, keep it on the ground, working with the lead in the fourth quarter, force them to use all their timeouts, and just keep working that clock.
Second down play coming up. He'll hand it off. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain. Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's third down. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. And he'll just lob this pass into the middle of the field. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on third down, but now it brings up fourth.
He's looking for that deep completion. I love the chunk play. I love the idea of being aggressive. They just come up empty.
And the Buffaloes will send the punt team onto the field. We're going to kick it away with a second time. Oh, it landed at the 7 and bounced into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the BYU offense back out on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. A pop pass on the jet sweep. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards, didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Now it's second down here. The quarterback making some changes at the line. Second down, we're going to throw it. And he fires the football to the right side. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. An explosive play. They finally got him, but at the 40. And the Cougars will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. On 1st and 10 here, we're going to throw the ball. Pressure is coming. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete. Second down here, time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. Back to throw again. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Intercepted in the end zone. Not much on the return, but they snuffed out the drive with the takeaway. The guys up front lined up. It's first down. It's the coach's favorite formation, victory formation. Quarterback just takes a knee. Well, here we are, midpoint of the season, and this group is still marching along undefeated, chasing a perfect record and getting a lot of attention, Kirk, at this point.
Well, they're as good as anybody we've seen all year long in college football. They are headed towards that college football playoff and a shot at a national championship. Now, the thing is, they just need to remain focused on each week that lies ahead of them. If they're able to do that, you've got a dangerous football team here.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
The names that built this program are legendary. Lewis, Taylor, Reed, Hornets, Kosar, Testaverde. And it is with reverence, respect, and excitement that we welcome you to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. A late season top 25 matchup on hand with a couple of college football's premier teams preparing to square off. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. Oh, he's going to go for the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Offense getting set for first down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. And the Canes come to the line in the hurry-up. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Looking to throw, it's Kane. Using his feet to buy time. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a third down.
Been watching too many of my games, bro.
Sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
That's crazy.
And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking for a crease. It's Morse. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. The play action fake. And he can't escape, and down he goes. When you play backer at Miami, you got to bring some of that vintage Kane attitude.
The attitude, the physicality, the dislike for people. That's what you need at the linebacker spot. Miami's found a few of those guys over the years.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He's got it. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find it. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches. coaches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Looking to buy time. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously you don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this game.
They'll go with a direct snap. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice game.
You know, this is a running back who wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the third down of this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Been showing them the run, now they'll throw it. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They marched 56 yards to the end zone, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. He gets a block. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Hurricane. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicians.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. Leaves it with the running back.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about here now let me out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Man, that D tackle's a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of the stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Completes it in the middle. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. A new set of downs after the completion. They'll run it from the gun. Just keeps picking up the tough yards and gets it down to 26.
Running backs square their shoulders up. It's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on 3rd down. Direct snap. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
I wonder if the receiver heard footsteps on that play. defender. Very, very close, but you'd like to see your wide receiver call that.
Line getting set on second down. Snap it to the back. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pass.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On the option. Quick toss. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
On the option. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Wants to go up top. Fires to the end zone. And it's intercepted. A turnover from the defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Offense would love to have that one back. Down here in this area of the field, everything has to happen faster. Decisions need to be made quicker. Ball's got to be out quicker. Routes got to be snapped off faster. They were just way too late. And as the result, the defense gets the INT.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Crosses the 30. Hit the afterburners, kid. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
How many ways can I get to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, going full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
And finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. New set of downs after that completion. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Moving away from pressure. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Couldn't pick it up on 2nd down. Now they need a couple on 3rd down. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to pass. It's Kane. It's on target and complete. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Really nice job there with the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. Timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Miami! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish strong.
Going for the big play. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
All right, QB, I got to trust you, man. You already threw one pick. Now that one probably should have picked. You got to give me a reason to feel confident I can drop back and let you run over football again. Or else this leash maybe gets a little bit short. Maybe we start warming up the righty in the bullpen.
Makes the grab. It's Turner. Tackled immediately after the catch. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Oh, man. The quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked up.
You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. He's going for a big play downfield. And the incomplete pass lets his defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
Hey, at this point of the game, fourth and short, no problem going for it. Fourth and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Buys a little extra time. Trying to get rid of it. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, King! And they add 6 more to more with that tip to the house.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with a big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays.
And the ball is intercepted. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
It's not always the sacks on the quarterback, right? You just want to affect him, you want to get to his legs, and if you can smash him, even better. Hit him in the face, make that ball float up in the air, creates the turnover, creates the big play, momentum shift for the defense.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And that ball is picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, he was rolling to his right, and because of that, I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just weren't on the same page on that one as the defense comes away with the INT.
Looking to go up top on first down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Makes the grab on the right. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
Man, what a great job by this offense finishing the half. It wasn't perfect. You're still trailing, but now you've cut that lead to a one-score game. Now in the second half, we can come out, make some things happen. We just created some big momentum for this offense. Now we take it into halftime.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break in half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain, so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
He wants to throw here on second down. Forced out of the pocket. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast that he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
And that has got to be so demoralizing for this defense. They played so well on first and second down and then have a total breakdown on third. They're going to have to do so much better the next time they're put in that situation.
And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. The sudden change on the turnover, man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point, and he was able to come away with the pick.
Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. And the Hurricanes in the hurry-up. Leaves it with the back. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped a really big play. They'll give it to the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. They run the reverse. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Now facing a 3rd and long. Oh, it's a reverse. At the 45 on his way. Oh, look out. There he goes. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Hurricanes. They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Well, a bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Troy is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in the Fun Belt, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 10 over South Alabama. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here come the Irish, back on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
They make the stop, and this running game moves to change as they get the first down. Inside 4 minutes to play here in the third. They'll ride the hot hand. Runs through the tackle. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll go with a direct snap. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer. Go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And another mistake from this quarterback. It's back-to-back drives now that have resulted in interceptions. He's got to find a way to find something different, get in a better rhythm, start seeing the field better, Palmer, because he's not in a flow right now.
No, David, it looks like he's forcing the football a little bit, maybe trying to make up for that interception he threw on the last drive. But that last play, there was no way that football should have gone there. He could have gotten off of that and checked it down or thrown it away. This quarterback, he needs a breather right now. He's got to collect himself.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The give to the back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They go to the ground. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the
Now they
first
gonna
down.
give you that.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Gonna give you that.
This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it past the marker. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Miami! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the run, he's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
14.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They're down by 21 points. When you get a touchdown here, you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score.
He's going up top. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Now on the option. He'll toss it. They stopped him after a short game. Probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coverage. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They're throwing for it on fourth down. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly. So you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness of this offense continues to miss the mark. And they just got to score more points. They got to do better. Right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2.
It's always fun to watch offensive creativity in the red zone. Like, how are you going to get some space for your guy? They try the toss, get him out wide, maybe get him some space. The defense was ready. Nice job falling forward, getting at least a little bit of the ball.
They keep pushing forward now, back to work on second and goal from the 6. Now on the move. Bringing the heat. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. And the Canes want to crank the tempo. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Bounces through the end zone. At the touchback, they'll bring it out to the 25. One final play before the end of the quarter. To the air on first down. Pressure coming. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. DB's right up on the receivers. On second down, wants to throw. He looks that one in nicely. And they're able to make the tackle. They've made third down offensive key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. Wide receiver shows motion. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this defense.
Use the play fake, now to throw. He fires to the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Dropping back, it's Kane. Now adjusting. They get to him as he throws. Complete in the middle. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
A lot of offensive coordinators out there. A similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this year. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Green 25.
They'll go to the ground. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. The give and tick, 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 tick. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. It's good. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Akron is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by 10 to Ohio. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's been that kind of day here tonight. They just have not been able to find a rhythm and establish that throwing the football. Part of it has been wide receivers and quarterbacks not being on the same page, but you got to give this defense credit, too. Just like that last play, they have been getting after him. They've been hitting him, and that's a big reason why they've got such a big lead here in the fourth.
And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. Wide out in motion. He's going to pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
42 Spider, Dino.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Zings it complete to the right.
I just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late. They're going to try to tackle everybody in bounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw.
All kinds of running room. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on second. Gets it out fast. At the 35, he's loose. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, he has been the go-to guy all game long. He's been lighting up the scoreboard. This defense cannot cover him.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Makes the catch and knocked down. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him. And they've really featured this guy today.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here in the game. And he knocks another one through. How about this kick? Good way to start off your season, right? What do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of the season, so we don't let one bad game turn into two.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
Looking to pass on second down. Throws to the tight end. Catch in the middle. It's Brown. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Off the play fake on first down. Wants to throw. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. He's back to throw on second down. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
And this defense has put a game together. It is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell. They were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a